We're going to start our math lesson today. So let's pull our eyes here. Stop the drumming. We can save that for music later, okay? Awesome. All right, so we've been doing multiplication lately, and multiplication without carrying. So, for example, we would have 11 times 3. So remember, we put the dots down to remember our columns. We start on the right side, then the left. So 3 times 1 is?
3.
3 times what? 1 is?
3.
3, 33. Now here's the thing is, when it comes to multiplication, it's not always without carrying. Because when we multiply, it's not always going to end in just one number. So if we have 1 times 8, it's going to be 8, one number. But if you have 2 times 8, it's going to be 16, 2 numbers. So there's multiplication with carrying. And this is crucial because multiplication as well as addition is crucial to things such as life skills when it comes to money, buying things, when you have to budget your checkbook, when you move out of your house. That's not for a while, but I realize that's a reality you're going to have to deal with that at that time.
Yay.
Yay. I don't like it either. That's okay. Anyway, so we're going to do multiplication with carrying. So, there's a few things that we got to understand though. So just like in addition, we have to carry the number. We don't put it in the same column. So if we have 14 times 8, right? Actually, let's go back to addition, right? Plus. 4 plus 8 is 12. And then we carry the 1. And then 1 plus 1 is 2. We get it like that. So if we had 14 times 8, we still carry. And we still have the columns. Now 4 times 8 is 32. We don't fit 32 here, but rather we put the 2 and we carry the 3. Now this is the rule that I want you to write down. When it comes to carrying in multiplication before addition. Okay. Multiplication before addition. So, what comes before addition?
Multiplication.
Multiplication. What comes before addition?
Multiplication.
What comes after multiplication?
Addition.
Addition. There we go. And here's a memory tool that you can remember. The ma carries the baby. Okay, so in carry, multiplication, M, before addition, multiplication, addition. So, let's go over the rule together. Multiplication before addition. Multiplication before addition. Now let's go over the memory tool.
The ma carries the baby.
What does M stand for?
Multiplication.
And what does the A stand for?
Addition.
Right. Okay. So we're going to go over a few examples, and I'll just show you how to go through these. I'll do a few problems, and then we will do some together, and then I'll have you do some on your own, okay? So, let's do this. So we have 36 times 2. So I'm going to put the column down, and I remember to start on the right side. And so 2 times 6 is 12. 12, I have to put the 1 up here. 2 times 3 is 6 plus 1, and that's 7. So we times this, and then I add that. Okay. So add, multiply. Okay?
Okay.
Another one is 48 times 3. Put my columns down. 3 times 8 is 24. Now 3 times 4, which is 12, plus 2 is 144. altogether, that is 1,444. Now, one thing about here is there was no number in the hundreds column, so I could carry it. So now I just put it down instead of trying to multiply and then add in that case. When there's no number, there's no need to multiply anything. Let's see a couple. 57 times 4. Start on the right side. 4 times 7 is 28. Carry the 2. 4 times, multiply before addition. 4 times 5 is 20 plus 2 is 22. Okay? Now I'm going to show some equations, and I'm going to actually give the wrong answer and show how they made that wrong answer, okay? So this one, 34 times 5. I'm going to put 205. What happened is that they multiplied to the left, then to the right. See, 5 times 3 is 15, carry the 2, and it's wrong. Now here's how you correct it though, okay? 34 times 5. 5 times 4, we start on the right again. 5 times 4 is 20, carry. 5 times 3 is 15, plus 2 is 170. So we multiply, then we add. Eighty-four times 6. And this one made a mistake because in this case, I multiplied left to right. They mistook that. So we need to go back to another rule, which is we go from right to left. So to correct it, we're going to do it this way. Columns, we start on the right. So 6 times 4 is 24. Then we multiply before we add. 6 times 8 is 48, plus 2 is 50. So the answer is 504. Let's do another one with the actual answer and not just a mistake and having it correct though, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So you pick a 2-digit number, and then I'll pick the number it multiplies.
62.
62. Okay, I'm going to multiply by 7. Okay, so write down 62 times 7. So scaffolding, so our little help, we're going to put the columns. 7 times 2 is 14. I have to carry the 1. Multiplication before addition. 7 times 6 is 42. Plus 1 is 43. So the answer is 434. Okay. So let's go over these things together, okay? And I'm gonna need some verbal responses, okay? So
Okay.
When we go over the rules, you're gonna tell me what I have to do, all right?
All right.
So, 23 times 5. Which side do I start on?
Start on the right.
We start on the right. Okay, so 5 times 3 is
15.
15. Where do I do that? Where do I put that 1?
Up on the top
Up on the
left side.
So now what do we do? What is our rule?
Multiply before you add.
Multiply before add. So 5 times what?
5 times 2,
Okay, which is?
10 plus
10.
1,
1 is
11.
11. So our answer is 115. Okay. Now we're going to do 68 times 3. So what side do we start on?
Right.
The right. So 3 times 8 is
24.
4. Where do we put the 2?
Up on the top left-hand side.
And then our rule is multiply before adding, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, 3 times what?
3 times 6.
6 is
18.
18 plus 2 is
20.
20. So this is 204. Okay. We're getting these pretty good down. We'll do one more and then we're going to do some independent practices, okay? So 17 times 2. So, we start on the right side.
Right side.
And 2 times 7 is
14.
14. So, where do I put this one?
Put the 1 on the top left-hand side.
Okay. And our rule is
Multiply before you add.
multiply before we add. So 2 times
1 is 2.
and
Plus 1 is 3.
3. Okay. Nice job. Alright, so we're going to do some independent practices. And if you have your classmate right next to you, go ahead and share what your answer is after you and see if you have the same answer, okay? So the first one is 48 times 2. Remember to put the columns down, remember to which side to start on, and then remember our rule. It is what?
Multiply before you add.
There we go. Okay, so 48 times 2. And then give me a thumbs up when you talked with your partner and finished. All right, let's see. How did you do? What was your answer?
96.
96 is correct. Now let's explain how you got that answer. So, how did you get that?
I started on the right-hand side.
Okay.
I multiplied 8 times 2, which is 16.
Okay.
I carried the 1 on the top left-hand side.
Okay.
And then I multiplied 2 times 4, and then I added 1.
Okay, so 2 times 4 is what?
2 times 4 is 8.
Plus 1.
9.
9. Perfect. Nice job. Okay. All right, 85 times 4. So what are our rules?
Start on the right.
Start on the right, and then
Multiply before you add.
multiply before you add. What was that memory tool I had at the very beginning?
The ma carries the baby.
The ma carries the baby. Let's say it with enthusiasm.
The ma carries the baby.
There you go. All right, go ahead and do this problem for me, class. Give me a thumbs up when you talked with your partner and then have correlated an answer. All right. Jonah, how have you been doing? Oops, I think you may have made a mistake. 340? Oh. No, it's correct. Nice job.
Thank you.
So, let's see. Sometimes I have to check my multiplication skills. So, 4 times 5 is 20. Yep. And you carried the 2. Can you tell me what else you did?
I multiplied before I added, and I started on the right.
Right, so 4 times 8 is?
4 times 8 is 32, plus 2 is 34.
Nice job. All right. You guys want 3 more problems or 2 more problems?
2.
2? Maybe. All right. 59 times 3. Actually, times, 3. So, let's go over the rule again. We start on the right. We already know how to do that since we did addition, but the rule now today is, what do we do before we add?
We multiply.
What do we do after we multiply?
We add.
What is the memory tool?
The ma carries the baby.
All right, let's go on. Answer. All right, 59 times 3. Everybody's done? Okay, so here in this case, let's see. Oops, you made a mistake. 9 times 3 isn't 26, it's 27. So there's a multiplication error. But you did right in about carrying the 2, and then 3 times, how did you do the left side? Let's see.
I multiplied 3 times 5, which is 15.
Mm-hmm.
And then I added 2 to 15, which is 17.
Yeah, so the answer is 177. So when you do these things, remember your multiplication tables. And if you need a little more work on that, please tell me, and then we can work on those another time, okay? So 177. Let's do one more, okay? All right, for good measure. Let's see, 77 times 7. Does everybody have it? Okay, I see thumbs up there, thumbs up there. Do you have your thumbs up? All right, let's see. Let's see. 7 times 7 is what, guys?
49.
49. So we're going to do this on the board, right? So 9. So where do I do with my 4?
You put it on the top left-hand side.
Okay. Do I do 7 times 4?
No.
No, why not?
You add after you multiply.
Right, so that's our adding. So we need to multiply. So 7 times what?
7.
7. 7 times 7 is what?
49.
49 plus 4?
Plus 4 is 53.
53. So what's the total answer?
539.
539. Alrighty, so good job, class. I've seen that we're getting this pretty down really well. So today, if you notice, we only multiplied numbers that were like 2s, 3s, 4s, and 5s. Tomorrow we're going to go a little bit step higher. Actually, today I have one right after what we're going to be doing tomorrow, which is 6 and higher, okay? I see that you guys got your 0s to 5s down, so I want to take it to top notch tomorrow. Remember that when we carry, we do what?
We multiply before we add.
Multiply before we add. Good job catching yourself. So, what do we do before we add?
Multiply.
What do we do after we multiply?
Add.
What's that memory tool?
The ma carries the baby.
Mom carries the baby. So tomorrow we're going to do this a little bit more, but with just the higher numbers, which are a little bit harder. So, that is a further ado, and we'll go now into our reading.